too curious, too many shifts, unstable. And while in that journey I started registering them, I could still talk to myself saying that I am a combination of my personal and professional life and I'm doing what suits it. Also, too curious is still curiosity. Too many shifts is still growth. And while I was engaging and handling those murmurs and doubts and questions, suddenly seems like some era turned. And the same people who called so many movements as unstable started naming it as exposure, versatility, growth, diversity, leadership readiness. And just when handling those doubts, I was also wondering whether my choices were good enough. I started getting leadership roles in finance because of the wide variety of roles and responsibilities and organizations and work cultures that I had seen. So, this phase taught me one thing. Nobody is going to come and give you leadership roles in your hand or hand over a corner office to you. You will become a leader only when you learn to own up your space. And in my journey of confidence and questions and doubts and answers, eventually I have realized one thing, that I have stopped worrying about how the room saw me. And actually I started walking into the room as if I am the room. This was my second story. Let's stop this one. Okay, thank you. And now I have named this story of my life as finding my way back to myself. As you have seen so far in my student life, in my corporate professional life, for the longest time, life felt like a straight line. Every time I chose a direction and things moved. Every time I worked hard, I focused, and I grew. There was clarity, momentum, confidence, and a sense that I exactly know who I am. Life was giving me like full main character energy with zero buffering. But then came 30s. Somewhere in this journey of handling myself and worldviews, seems like I unconsciously started allowing doubts and pressures to creep in. And when you guys go out there in the world and your exposure to some conscious and unconscious thoughts around social media, the immense need for networking, do keep in mind what engagements you allow to enter in your world. Because believe you me, unconsciously, you may see a time that without realizing it, you begin thinking in timelines that are not yours. You start measuring yourself with the clocks that you have never set for yourself. You might just also start comparing the chapters that you actually never agreed to write for yourself. In my case, life on the outside looked quite alright, but something inside had started unsettling. And then I realized that this happened because over the years somewhere, I had stopped gradually choosing from my own choice. And I started choosing from everybody else outside's volume. So, I began another kind of study. But this time, it was not for a qualification, neither for a job interview. It was for my own peace. ये syllabus सबसे तगड़ा था, सबसे लंबा था, सबसे difficult था, और subject का नाम था awareness. I tried some therapy, I tried some counseling, but they were all scratching the surface. So then I decided to go deeper. And in this syllabus, I came across something called as access consciousness. I added some Reiki healing, and on top of that, most important, I added some very strong conversations with my own self. Because this was not about fixing the life outside, but it was to find me again. Piece by piece, layer by layer, in a journey of about 7 to 8 years, where I saw that internal dip, I did bring myself up again and met the girl I have always been. The girl who chose her life boldly, who moved from truth, not timelines, who never rushed to meet outside expectations, but the one who always built life in her own rhythm. So finally, at 40s, I do feel very expanded. Seems like with this study, I could establish a proper network and a very strong Wi-Fi connection between my body, being and soul. Today, I'm a lot more peaceful, very grounded, and most importantly, I am myself more than ever before. So there is one thing that this particular story or chapter taught me about change. You don't have to master the world outside. One thing that you always have to master is being you, especially being around a lot of those forces which are constantly trying to make you something else. So when you go out and about doing your life, meeting people, networking, make sure you make no choices which are done to prove yourself, to fit yourself, or to perform something for an outside world which itself is yet figuring things out. Make all the choices which help you find yourself, choose yourself, bring you back to yourself again and again and again. If this is one truth that you can master and be very honest with whatever situations come in life, trust me, you will be a game changer in a world which is otherwise full of players.